Well, that's the discouraging part of the game is regardless of who we have out there, um, you want to lay it all out there and compete every single possession. Um, and it just, it's hard to figure out this team right now. That's what I'm trying to really figure out one game to the next. And it clearly was not, the same team that started the road trip from a defensive standpoint. And at the same time, it could be that the next game. That's what's so hard to figure out about this group. But we'll get back to Miami, we'll regroup, and get ready for a big game on Friday night.
Did New York do anything specific defensively to make it so challenging, not just to get into the paint, but once you got there, it was still hard?
Yeah, we just we weren't sharp offensively, just in terms of working the offense, working to get a good to great shot. Sometimes you have to get to third or fourth layers of your offense. We're not very patient in that regard. Particularly in the first half when it was a touch and go game, we had a lot of one pass possessions, zero pass possessions, and turnover possessions that really got us out of rhythm and led to some easy baskets going the other way. It's tough on the road when you play like that.
Erik, are there any specific parts of the defense you see different from Boston, Minnesota to now, Cleveland? Anything pinpoint?
It's the very best and the very worst of what we're capable of. It's as simple as that.
Erik, you had those 2 days of really good practice before Boston. You talked about consistency was the thing you're more concerned about than anything else.
Yeah.
And there was consistency against the Celtics, against the Timberwolves, against the Bulls to a degree also.
Yeah.
How does that fade away when it seems like you turned the corner? What is the regression in your view of the last?
I'm not sure, but we'll just have to continue to address it and work on it. It's something that this team will overcome. The sooner the better, but we will overcome it because we've shown that we can play much, much better basketball than we did tonight, regardless of whether Hassan's playing or not. We just weren't able to put it together tonight.
I don't know, that would be, energy and especially defense. I mean, the last two games we couldn't stop nobody. I feel like that they're playing 5-0 and they can score at will, and that kind of hurt us. And then of course you don't get no confidence. You cannot make shots, but the most disturbing is defense and second chance points to offensive rebounds. So.
And even though that remaining the most difficult thing, because that spurts everything else. Tonight specifically, was there anything that New York was doing in the paint, or were they just putting all five guys in there and just daring you to try to come in there? Because it just seemed like it was hard to get in, and then once you were in, it was even more difficult to get a shot on.
Yeah, but I think it's just more aggressive. The big guys, they're really strong, and they get a couple of offensive rebounds. We start first two possessions, they score easy, and it's kind of a tough to to stop them. I mean, not tough to stop them, but we just didn't have it, no energy, nothing. We didn't fight, and in the offense we had a couple of open shots. You couldn't connect those, but I think so. The main reason is defense. We can score. We already proven that, but if you cannot stop, opposite team, they were shooting again 60% for most of the game, then it's really tough. Especially if you're not executing well enough.
After the loss to the Pacers, said you went in, you had sort of a mini training camp, a couple of tough practices, found yourself, came out, beat Boston, played well against the Timberwolves, well enough against the Bulls, and thought you were turning the corner. How does it keep turning back? In other words, if you finally think you figured it out, how does it get unfigured out?
I don't know. It just looked like that. Some games we have a lot of energy and we came out battling, but some games we just like that. I don't know how would I describe it, but we didn't eat all day, and it's disturbing because this is our job. You want to be hungry, and every game should be like that. Every game you should think like it's your last game, because you know, if you relax too much, then of course those kind of games gonna happen like tonight, and we don't want that. We don't want that. You know, season goes by fast, and we don't want to be same situation the last year, and then it's, you know, you need to win every game until the end. So we need to figure out this thing quick, and you know, just bring that energy every night. I don't think so that if you play hard, and if you lose, then at least, you know, you can check yourself in the mirror and say, at least I play hard and they were just better. They're just better. But if you don't give everything what you got, then, you know, then you cannot